I'm Dr. Reena Malik, and today we're exploring something that's been generating a lot of excitement in the health community recently. We're discussing a straightforward, inexpensive vitamin that you can place directly under your tongue, and it could truly transform the way you support healthy testosterone levels once you've reached the age of 50. Now, before we dive into the details, I want you to get comfortable because what I'm going to share with you today will challenge some of the things you may have heard about supporting testosterone. And believe me, by the time this video ends, you'll see why the sublingual approach, placing something under your tongue, is quickly becoming the top choice for so many men who are committed to their vitality. Let me begin with a story. Just last month, a patient visited my office. We'll call him Robert. Robert is 56 years old, works in construction, and has always been active and strong. But recently he shared with me that he'd been feeling off. His energy would drop sharply by mid-afternoon. His recovery from workouts was taking much longer, and he simply didn't feel like himself anymore. His exact words, "Doc, does that sound familiar?" Well, Robert's experience is shared by millions of men over 50. And it all boils down to one vital hormone: testosterone. Now, here's the key thing about testosterone. After the age of 30, your levels naturally begin to decline by roughly 1 to 2% each year. Let's do the math together. By the time you reach 50, you might be facing a 20 to 40% reduction from your peak. That's substantial. That's the kind of significant drop that can change your life. And this decline impacts more than just your energy or muscle mass. It affects your mood, your cognitive abilities, your bone density, your heart health, and yes, your intimate relationships as well. But here's what makes it interesting and what most people don't fully grasp. The issue isn't always simply about how much testosterone your body produces. It's also about how effectively your body can utilize what it does produce. And this is where our main ingredient shines. Allow me to introduce you to vitamin D3. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Vitamin D, that's the sunshine vitamin, correct? How does that relate to testosterone? Well, let me explain. The link is much stronger than most realize, and the supporting research is truly captivating. Vitamin D isn't strictly just a vitamin, it's actually a precursor to hormones, meaning your body uses it to create other hormones, including testosterone. Numerous studies have demonstrated a clear correlation between vitamin D levels and testosterone levels in men. In fact, one pivotal study published in the journal Hormone and Metabolic Research discovered that men who took 3,333 international units of vitamin D daily for a year experienced an approximate 25% rise in their testosterone levels. 25%, that's not minor. That's a meaningful, measurable, life-altering boost. But this is where the sublingual method becomes important, and it's essential to understand this. When you consume vitamin D orally, swallowing a pill or capsule, it must pass through your whole digestive tract. It's broken down by stomach acid, processed by the liver, and only then enters your bloodstream. This can take hours, and a large portion of the vitamin is lost in the process. Research indicates that oral absorption for vitamin D can be as low as 50% in certain people, particularly those with digestive problems or as we get older and our digestive efficiency declines. Now, when you place vitamin D under your tongue, something amazing occurs. The mucous membranes there are extremely thin and rich in blood vessels. When you put a sublingual vitamin D supplement under your tongue and allow it to dissolve, the active compounds go straight into your bloodstream, completely bypassing digestion. This leads to quicker absorption, greater bioavailability, and more of that valuable vitamin reaching where it's needed. We're looking at absorption rates up to 90% or even higher. and effects can begin in 15 to 30 minutes instead of hours. Now, let's discuss dosing for a bit, since this confuses many men. The recommended daily allowance for vitamin D is 600 international units for most adults. But here's the issue with that guideline. It was created to prevent deficiency conditions like rickets, not to optimize hormone levels for testosterone support. Studies suggest that most men over 50 require between 2,000 to 5,000 international units daily, based on their current levels, sun exposure, body weight, and personal health factors. And here's another important point. If you're deficient in vitamin D, and statistically around 42% of American adults are, you won't achieve optimal testosterone production regardless of other efforts. But vitamin D doesn't act solo. This is where we should discuss the supporting ingredients that can enhance its effects and provide a complete approach to testosterone support. Let's move to zinc next. Zinc is vital for producing testosterone. It's involved in converting cholesterol to testosterone, and it also inhibits the enzyme aromatase, which turns testosterone into estrogen. Now, here's the concern. Zinc deficiency is very common, especially among older men. Research has shown that supplementing with zinc can substantially raise testosterone levels, particularly in deficient men. One study revealed that men with low testosterone who took 30 milligrams of zinc daily for 6 months nearly doubled their levels. That's impressive. The sublingual method for zinc is especially beneficial because oral zinc can irritate the stomach and cause nausea in some. But sublingually, you avoid the stomach altogether, lowering digestive issues while boosting absorption. The best forms for sublingual use are zinc citrate or zinc gluconate, as they dissolve easily and offer high bioavailability. Now, let's cover magnesium, another mineral that's frequently overlooked but crucial for testosterone production. Magnesium participates in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including several directly tied to testosterone synthesis. Studies have found that magnesium supplementation can boost both free and total testosterone, especially in men who exercise often. One notable study showed that athletes supplementing with magnesium experience a 24% rise in free testosterone after only 4 weeks. The sublingual form of magnesium, usually magnesium chloride, absorbs exceptionally well through the oral mucosa. And since magnesium also improves sleep quality and testosterone production peaks during sleep, you gain a dual advantage. Poor sleep is one of the quickest ways to lower testosterone. So something that enhances sleep while directly aiding testosterone is a clear winner. Now let's discuss something a little more unique. Boron. Boron is a trace mineral that most people haven't even heard of. But the studies on boron and testosterone are incredibly persuasive. Research has shown that just 6 million of boron daily can raise free testosterone by almost 30% in only 1 week. How does it achieve this? Boron seems to decrease the amount of testosterone bound to sex hormone binding globulin, leaving more free testosterone available in your blood to do its work. Boron also reduces inflammation and supports healthy estrogen metabolism, which matters because as men age, they often see rising estrogen relative to testosterone, a state sometimes called estrogen dominance. By aiding healthy estrogen metabolism, boron helps preserve that vital testosterone estrogen balance essential for male vitality. Sublingual boron ensures quick absorption and use. Since it's required in tiny amounts, a sublingual tablet provides the ideal dose without overdose risk, and effects come much sooner than with oral forms. Next, let's talk about vitamin K2, particularly the MK7 form. You might wonder what vitamin K has to do with testosterone. The connection is intriguing. Vitamin K2 is key in directing calcium to bones and teeth, and away from arteries and soft tissues. But newer research has revealed another function. Vitamin K2 seems to stimulate testosterone production in the Leydig cells of the testes. Animal studies show notable increases in testosterone with K2 supplementation. And though we need more human data, early evidence looks very encouraging. We specifically prefer the MK7 form because it has a far longer half-life than other vitamin K types, staying active longer and offering sustained benefits when taken sublingually. Vitamin K2 MK7 avoids first-pass liver metabolism, so more remains active and available to cells. Now, another ingredient worth highlighting is fenugreek extract. Fenugreek has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years, but modern research is confirming what ancient practitioners knew. Fenugreek contains compounds called furostanol saponins that seem to boost testosterone production and, importantly, release bound testosterone for greater free active levels. Clinical trials on fenugreek are strong. One showed men taking fenugreek extract had notable gains in sexual function, energy, and well-being, along with rises in free testosterone. Another demonstrated better strength and body composition in men using fenugreek during resistance training. When fenugreek is taken sublingually, its compounds absorb rapidly and effectively. Typical sublingual doses are 300 to 600 ml of standardized extract, and men frequently notice effects after consistent use for a few weeks. Let's also cover vitamin B6, especially in its active form, pyridoxal 5-phosphate. B6 is essential for producing neurotransmitters and hormones, and it specifically helps regulate prolactin levels. Why does this matter? High prolactin can suppress testosterone production. By keeping prolactin in check, B6 indirectly aids healthy testosterone. Research also shows B6 supplementation can enhance mood and ease mild depression symptoms, which is relevant since mental health and testosterone are linked closely. Sublingual B6 provides fast absorption and immediate availability for needed reactions. As B vitamins are water-soluble, they're ideal for sublingual delivery. They dissolve quickly and absorb readily through mucous membranes. Another strong ingredient to mention is ashwagandha extract, specifically root extract standardized for withanolides. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen helping your body handle stress, and chronic stress is among the worst testosterone suppressors. Stress triggers cortisol production, and elevated cortisol directly lowers testosterone. It's a survival priority over reproduction. The studies on ashwagandha and testosterone are solid. Several show it significantly lowers cortisol while raising testosterone. One study in overweight men found a 15% testosterone increase after 8 weeks. Another in men doing resistance training showed even greater gains in muscle strength and testosterone. Though traditionally oral, sublingual ashwagandha options are emerging, offering quicker stress relief and hormone support. Typical sublingual dose is about 300 milligrams of standardized extract, and consistency matters. This builds over time with daily use. Let me also note DIIM, which stands for diindolylmethane. This compound comes from cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. DIM aids healthy estrogen metabolism, helping process and remove excess estrogen. By supporting this, DIM maintains the important testosterone-estrogen balance critical for male health. Sublingually, DIM absorbs well and starts working fast for hormone balance. Usual dose is 100 to 200 ml daily. Now let's discuss vitamin B12, particularly the methylcobalamin form. B12 is vital for energy, red blood cells, and nerve health. but recent studies show a testosterone link too. B12 supports Leydig cell health and function, the cells that make testosterone. Men with higher B12 often have higher testosterone and better sperm quality. Let me also mention selenium, a trace mineral essential for testosterone and thyroid function. Selenium is needed for glutathione peroxidase, a top antioxidant. This protection is key for the testes, which are sensitive to oxidative stress. Studies show selenium supplementation improves testosterone, sperm quality, and reproductive health in men. Sublingual selenium, often as selenomethionine, absorbs optimally. Recommended dose is around 200 micrograms daily. Don't exceed it, as high doses can be toxic. But at proper sublingual levels, it offers strong support for testosterone and male health. Now, I want to point out something crucial. All these ingredients I've covered work together synergistically. They perform better combined than alone. Vitamin D3 requires magnesium for activation. Vitamin K2 pairs with D for calcium handling. Zinc and magnesium collaborate on many reactions. B vitamins function as a group for energy and hormone support. This is why comprehensive sublingual formulas with multiple ingredients in balanced ratios often yield superior results over single nutrient options. The advantage of sublingual delivery is getting all these potent nutrients in one easy dose. You place the tablet or liquid under your tongue, let it dissolve for a minute or two, and that's it. No big pills to swallow, no stomach upset, no long waits for absorption. Just quick, effective nutrient delivery for natural testosterone support. Now let's cover what you can reasonably expect from a comprehensive sublingual testosterone support formula. First, know this isn't pharmaceutical replacement therapy. It's nutritional support for your body's own testosterone production, supplying the building blocks it needs. In the initial weeks, many men see better energy and mood. You may wake more refreshed, have steady energy all day, and feel more motivated and sharp. These are early signs your body is responding. Over the following month or two, body composition often improves. Easier fat loss, especially midsection, and better muscle maintenance or gains. With regular exercise, recovery improves and you can train harder without exhaustion. By 3 months, many report better libido and sexual function. This aligns as testosterone stabilizes and supports related systems. Sleep quality may also improve, creating a positive cycle since good sleep boosts testosterone. At 6 months and longer, benefits often become clearer. Men frequently feel more like their younger selves. Sustained energy, stable mood, preserved muscle, and enhanced life quality. And it's not just feelings. Measurable gains in body composition, bone density, heart markers, and testosterone levels. Now, I must be clear, results vary individually. Some respond quickly in weeks, others take longer, especially with severe deficiencies or other health factors. Diet, exercise, sleep, stress, and overall health all influence speed and degree of benefits. It's also vital to test levels before starting. I highly recommend working with your doctor for baseline labs, testosterone, vitamin D, and possibly estrogen, cortisol, thyroid. Retest after 3 to 6 months for objective feedback and adjustments. Safety is key too. These ingredients are generally safe at proper doses, but more isn't better. Fat-soluble vitamins like D and K can build up with extreme excess over time. Minerals like zinc and selenium have upper limits. That's why I suggest following instructions on quality sublingual products. These are formulated with safe, optimal ratios. Watch for medication interactions. Blood thinners with K, thyroid meds with selenium, these may need monitoring. If on prescriptions or with conditions, consult your provider before starting. Quality is critical in supplements. Not all forms are equal. Seek high bioavailable ingredients, third-party tested for purity tribe potency, from manufacturers with good practices and transparency. Yes, quality costs more than cheap options, but it's an investment in health. Don't skimp here. The sublingual method needs proper technique for best results. Place tablet or liquid under tongue. Avoid swallowing immediately. Let it dissolve without much tongue movement. Allow 60-90 seconds for full absorption. Many find morning before food drink best, avoiding interference. Consistency is essential. Testosterone support requires daily commitment over weeks and months for steady nutrient supply. Like building muscle or losing fat, results compound with regular effort, not one-time use. Let me conclude by noting that while sublingual testosterone support supplements are valuable tools, they shine most within a full male health strategy. They work best alongside nutrient-rich diet, regular strength and cardio exercise, quality sleep, stress management, and healthy relationships. Supplements supply materials. Lifestyle determines effective use. The great news is you don't have to accept declining testosterone and its symptoms as unavoidable aging. You have choices. Sublingual support provides a convenient, effective, affordable way to naturally supply nutrients for healthy hormone levels. It's not full reversal, but optimization, feeling your best at any age. I hope this has been useful and informative. If you gained value from this video, please consider subscribing to Journey of Bonds. For more evidence-based insights on optimizing health with age, leave a comment below on topics you'd like next. Until next time, this is Dr. Reena Malik reminding you to take control of your health. You deserve to feel your best today and every day. Thanks for watching.